started the programme looking at the fight to retake Mosul from Islamic State. That group has been particularly vicious in persecuting sexual minorities. Reports of gay men being thrown from the tops of buildings. My next guest set up Iraq's first and only group supporting lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender people in the country. Fearing for his life, he fled to Sweden. He's now in London to campaign against Donald Trump's travel ban, which of course includes Iraq, which he says is a disaster for the LGBT community. Welcome to the programme, Amir Ashour. Thanks so much for being here with me. Let's start with that travel ban. You said you were shocked by its introduction and the impact on the LGBT community. Tell me a little more as to why you were so shocked.
Well, to start with, the US has been always leading the fight to promote LGBT plus rights around the world, and they have been instrumental in changing opinions and pushing governments to support these groups and to take the necessary steps to make that happen. And now we have a government that is, for us, for example, in Iraq, is stopping us from going to one of the few places that we can have any kind of international advocacy in. And one of the reasons why we are on that list is because of the consequences of the actions previous US governments took. So there is a lot of double standards in this.
Take me back to Iraq. Being gay, lesbian, transgender, give me an idea, a sense of how difficult, how dangerous that is for people to be open about their sexuality.
So even though the Constitution doesn't explicitly criminalize homosexuality, but it's still, since the social norms are not that separated from the legal aspect of things in Iraq, social norms tend to act as a legal instrument for politicians to use. So they can publicly condemn LGBT plus individuals and say that they are immorals, it's not by nature, it's a behavior. And that it doesn't only limit our spaces as LGBT plus individuals, but also as activists. We don't have access to spaces where we can spread awareness and change mentality.
And I mentioned in the introduction that you set up the first group supporting people. Just give me an idea of how difficult that was for you. You, in the end, had to leave the country. So what sort of threats did you come under?
Well, there were a lot of threats socially from my own support circles, but also legally. I had a lot of problems with the authorities in the Kurdish and the Iraqi governments. But I was not willing to keep waiting for someone else to start the movement for us. We've been invisible for so long, and we were being pushed down more and more by each year, by each action. And it was time for us to talk, and the difficulties we still face, but it's not more difficult than facing threats to die.
And going back